Welcome to Anime Out of Context, a comedy review show hosted by a basement dweller who grew up scrounging terrible fan subs on sketchy websites prior to the convenience of modern streaming, alongside a willfully ignorant soul whose only knowledge of anime comes from the shows forced upon him here. This show will contain spoilers, incorrect information, and copious amounts of adult language. Our hosts are not experts on any topic, and everything they say should be taken with a grain of salt. Thank you for listening, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Anime Out of Context, the show where I attempt to explain the sometimes weird, sometimes wonderful, but always hilarious world of anime.
I'm just over here drawing various pigs.
I'm Shaun Rollins.
I'm Remington Chase.
And Rem, after last week's, let's just say, harrowing experience.
It's been a pretty intense couple weeks, Shaun.
It has.
It's been rather intense.
So I figured the best way to cut the intensity would be by doing something completely random that I have little to no control over, thus providing an excellent quality episode that will not stress you or me out at all.
All right, so, okay, all right. What are we doing?
Well, that's the thing, Rem. At this point, I don't know.
All right, what are the options?
Well, the options,
like, when we've been here before, we know how this goes.
Actually, Rem, we are doing something a little bit different this time. Because
what the fuck?
The options, you have, let's just say that there are 20 different anime on the table right now.
What the fuck?
And I'm not gonna give you a choice. Well, I am gonna give you a choice, but it's not so much a, this one, or this one type of choice. It's a keep it or try again type of choice. Because, Rem, I was given a very lovely idea by a viewer that what we should do is we should do a revisit episode, but based on the roll of a D20.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
And
no!
I have compiled a list of 20 of our earliest anime, ranging in quality.
So it's not literally our first 20.
It's not literally our first 20, no. That would be a very stacked list against you.
It's true. And I can imagine a couple that, like, frankly, wouldn't be fun for anybody.
Yeah. So what I've done, Rem, is essentially I've picked one or two from every 5 episodes we've done in our first year. And I've added them to this list. To be,
And I imagine they've been selected based on how interesting they would be rather than how good or bad. Just
yes,
like
I've removed...
is it gonna be a fun time to watch Remington love or hate this? Perfect.
Exactly. Like, I've got a nice mixture of things that, we haven't revisited, some that we have, some that you actually enjoyed, some that you despised with a passion. But all from, like, our first year of podcasting, so that things are a bit, will be a bit interesting and fresh and new. I have removed, like, movies and the like, because us making a second movie episode on a movie would be a bit weird. Like, could you imagine if we, like, watched Perfect Blue 2 weeks in a row? That would be awful.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But I've done this from about our first 50 episodes or so, give or take.
Okay, cool.
And, obviously, low numbers are bad.
Okay, all right.
High numbers are good. I tried my best to
I'm so terrified of what a nat 1 is.
Rem, I think you know what a nat 1 is.
Oh, God.
You know what a nat 1
is. All right. Let's do this shit. Let's do it!
Okay.
And your preparation for this is just having a fucking mal page for 20 different things open.
Look, I'm not that prepared. I am just gonna actually pull up the one that wins. We have the power of editing and anime on our side. Also, just for a little bit of that ASMR quality, I have my wormwood dice tray and a dice, and I'm just gonna have it right near the mic so that it's gonna have that nice dice tray clack sound. Here we go. Oh fuck! I bounced it out of the dice tray. God damn it! Let's try that again, shall we?
Oh my God!
And let's see. That. Oh dear.
I would like a reroll.
Would you?
I don't know. It sounds like I would.
I'll tell you. It's below 15. Would you like to reroll?
Below 15? Yes, I would like to reroll.
Okay. That's lower.
Will you tell me what I re-rolled?
You rerolled a 14
Ah, fuck.
into... well, you rerolled a 14 into a 9, Rem.
Oh, no!
Which means...
One more re-roll. One more. One last one.
You want
Take whatever
one more?
I get.
Are you sure?
Whatever I get.
Okay.
I'm
Just-
statistically likely to go up from this.
But remember, Rem, I have DM's dice.
I believe. One more time, I'll take whatever it is.
Oh, thank Christ. It teetered on the 1,
Oh, God!
but it landed on 7.
Oh, that's still not good!
No, it is not, Rem.
Shit!
And
Oh.
it's a good thing I did make my own custom list, because, Rem, if we had done just the first 20 episodes, we would be watching Fist of the North Star again.
Unironically, one of the worst episodes we've ever done.
Yeah, agreed. I felt bad about that one. But no, Rem. Instead, we are going to be watching... Rem, are you emotionally prepared?
God, no, dude!
Well, Rem, it could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a lot better.
And a lot of people will say that they love this show a lot.
Oh, no!
But Rem, you and I are gonna be watching more of Kuroko no Basket.
Fuck! Alright, okay, alright. We get to meet the dog, right?
Yeah.
You gotta finally meet the dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we get to meet Kuroko too. And who knows?
I have a request, Shaun.
What?
You know, we could just watch Kuroko no Basket, right? You know, that expected. That's what they think we're gonna do.
Okay.
Or we could just watch a Kuroko 2
Compilation on
highlight
YouTube.
reel. Yeah. Like, that's what I want. That's what the people want. They just want, like, a nice quick episode of me just being like, hey, the dog's real cute. Da-da-da-da.
Ah, Rem, if only I could do that for you. That would be really, really cool. But you're the one who wanted 2 rerolls. You are the greedy one.
Genau. All right, let me tell you what I remember. So, you have the short fuck, right?
Kuroko. Yep.
And they're all magical in different ways, but they pretend they're not. So, you have short fuck who's magical. You have... That's all I remember.
That's all you remember?
And it's all I remember because this is where the origin of the concept, like, hey, haha, he's short, get it? He's short. Do you get it? He's short. Oh my God, he's short. Do you realize he's fucking short? Because that's what
See, you're misremembering, Rem. It's not that he was short, it's that he has no physical presence and people forget he's there.
Oh, people forget about it. Do you get it? Oh, shut the all right. I'm already drained, but if you wanna cover anything for the sake of the people, or if you feel like there's anything people should know before listening, go for it.
You're just checking out?
Yeah. Oh, hardcore. Oh, I am. I have left the building. I'm physically here, but I am not emotionally here.
Maybe you're just having anxiety because it's much better. You might just be making it worse in your mind than it is in reality. Because after all, Rem, we usually save this for the end, but the Mal score for Kuroko no Basket is a solid 8.09.
Genuinely insane. It's possible I might change my mind. It's yet to happen in that direction properly.
So,
but
yeah,
maybe this will be the one.
As a refresher, Rem, it's the story about our 2 main characters, Kuroko and Kagami. Kagami is this big up-and-coming talented basketball player who did all of his studying in America and is back in Japan and wants to be a very popular basketball player. And Kuroko, who is, quite frankly, not a very good basketball player, but is very good at blending in the background and getting around people and coming from nowhere. He's a passing player, if you will, like a shadow on the basketball court. And his whole gimmick is just that people lose track of him on the court frequently because he doesn't have much presence in general. And the main goal of the series is for Kuroko and his newfound team at at Seirin High School to beat all of his old teammates from Takeo Junior High, which was
yeah, because they were the single greatest team of all time or whatever.
Yes. A legendary team known as the Generation of Miracles.
Jesus fucking Christ. They were fucking, 14!
13, 14, and 15, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because they never lost a game, and their basketball play was essentially magical.
Alright, cool. An undefeated junior high team. Wow, they're ready for the big leagues now!
Yeah, the big leagues of high school basketball.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
And the story goes through them playing through tournaments and doing everything in their power to be the very best, like is usual in sports anime. But with the added goal of Kuroko wanting to prove all of his former teammates wrong in that basketball can be fun with your team and you don't need to carry everything by yourself. And where we left off, Rem, if you recall, is they were facing the first of the Generation of Miracles, a Ryota Kisei, who was a pretentious blonde pretty boy whose special ability on the court, if you will, is to copy everybody he faces on the court. You know, he can copy any move and any technique that they have. And he's the copycat guy. And if I recall correctly, we finished off with the first game against Ryota. And
sure.
Whether or not we actually finished the game, I couldn't remember. I think, God, it's been a few years. So forgive me if I get this wrong. But I believe we finished the first game and it tilted you to the highest heavens.
Sounds about right. All right, let's fucking do this. All right, here we fucking go.
Rem, I tried to help you. I tried to tell you what your original role was good.
Shaun, you've taken my already fragile heart and you've slam dunked it into the abyss.
Rem, who knows? It's been 3 years. Maybe 2012's Kuroko no Basuke could have the redemption story of a lifetime.
I will try my damnedest to go in with the least amount of negative bias.
Plus, there's a good chance you'll get to meet the dog.
That'll be nice.
That'll be nice. So with that, let's jump into the hit 2012 anime, Kuroko no Basuke.
Previously.
Hey, for those playing at home, draw a pic.
You and I are gonna be watching more of Kuroko no Basuke.
Fuck!
Up next.
They play more basketball. That's episode 11. Hey, Rem, let me fart punch your tongue box.
Now, back to the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back after watching, give or take 7 whole episodes of the hit 2012 anime, Kuroko no Basuke. And Remington, did you have a grand revelation about this anime after all these years, after you've seen the second major conflict between the main characters and their rivals, the Miracle Generation? Have you come to a grand and glorious new worldview on the world of Kuroko no Basuke?
So obviously not. But I'm not even. No.
No?
But I would like to file a couple complaints.
Oh?
First
what kind
of all,
complaints?
not just 7 episodes, as it turns out, 9 episodes.
Oh, did I miscount that?
And that, good God, 9 episodes, too many episodes. But then, second of all, what the fuck, Shaun?
What?
The only bastion, I had one beacon of hope. One light at the end of the tunnel, right? Where in my mind, I'm just like, all right, it's not a good show, but just wait for the cute dog. Shaun?
Yeah, Rem, what's up?
We haven't seen the cute dog yet! What the fuck?
Well, these things take time, Rem. It takes time to naturally introduce a cute dog into a story.
What the fuck, Shaun?
13
13 episodes in, still no cute dog.
Are you saying that's a massive mistake on the side of the creators?
I am saying that if I had it my way, then this would just be anime Air Bud. It would just be all about the puppy, and the puppy would fill Kuroko's role in the team.
There's no rule saying a little husky can't play basketball.
That's what I'm saying. Genuinely, unironically, it'd be a better anime if you replaced Kuroko with the dog.
Oh god, should I tell you the dog's name?
Oh, isn't it like Kuroko 2 or some shit?
Yeah, Tetsuya 2.
Yeah.
And, yeah, sorry, but I didn't want to tell you in the first part, but he doesn't show up until episode 14.
40, you son of a bitch! You make me watch 9 episodes and then cut me off right before the fucking dog? You
Would you have preferred to watch
bastard.
the 10th episode? Would you have preferred to watch the 10th episode?
God. At least then it would have felt like it was building up to something.
I figured cutting you off with the random melodrama would be a blessing for you.
Son of a bitch. All right. Let's talk about the show. Let's get into it. Yeah, so it turns out, so we watched 4 episodes of Kuroko last time, so I had to watch 5 through 13.
Oh, God. I could have sworn I got you through the first game, but then again, it was over 2 years ago, so.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. So we start episode 5, and then the first game immediately ends. So
that's why. That's right. I remember that.
Like episode
that's
5
why I cut you
begins, and it's like, oh, is it the middle of the game? And it's like, no, it's the literally, there's like 10 seconds of the game left.
You know, I think what we did actually that last time was when we were still watching like actively together in the same room. I think I showed you all of episode 4, and then we watched like the first 30 seconds of episode 5 just to get it out of the way.
It's possible.
I feel like I might have done that because I was like, hey, you don't need to watch the rest of episode 5. You'll get the gist.
Anyway, we get introduced to Midorima, I think their name is.
Midorima.
And they're really into luck and fate and destiny. And they have adorable Lucky Charms every day, which I am all in on. Also, horoscopes are just canonical in this world. They're real.
What? No, Rem, they're supposed to be a clever metaphor.
No, later on, like, it's like, oh, is he just superstitious? But, like, later on, we're going to show that, no, it's strongly implied that it's just how that goes.
I don't know if I like this soothsaying in my magical basketball anime.
Anyway, they want to celebrate, but they don't have money. There's a steak challenge. Eat a big steak and it's free. And Kagami eats everything. And then...
including his teammates. And the show takes a very dark twist into the cannibalistic.
God, that'd be interesting. Then there's some dialogue between Kuroko, Kagami, and the miracle kid they just beat.
That'd be Ryota or Kisei.
Yeah, then they fight some street ball thugs in a game of basketball, and that's episode 5.
You don't sound too thrilled by this this development.
It's because nothing fucking matters, which will be a theme that is repeated. Don't worry, I will continue to talk about how fucking meaningless it is. Alright, so, episode 6, we start off, they have to buy some fancy sandwich. They're like, the seniors tell the first years, hey, you gotta buy a fancy sandwich, and they're on sale today. Good luck. But it's like Black Friday sandwich sale, so everybody is there. Crazy. Nobody can get one except for Kuroko, because he's invisible and nobody knows him. Get it? Do you understand that he's invisible? Yeah, we're back on that shit as well.
I can tell you've missed the joke, Rem. Not that you've missed it, but that you've missed it dearly in your heart.
Yes. It's real hard to miss in the sense of going over your head.
No.
Because good God, they really emphasize it every single time. Anyway, so then we get introduced, they're about to start the tournament proper, right? Mm-hmm. And their first round, they're like, oh, the opponents have one really good student. All right. Okay. So, the one really good student is a very tall foreign exchange student from Africa. And as soon as he's on screen, they immediately make fun of his Japanese. And there's a lot of layers here that I just do not feel comfortable with. And then they have like this really weird commentary just on like foreign players. It's real weird. There's a lot of weirdness in this one. I'm not gonna analyze it too much. It just gives off a lot of weird vibes, I'm gonna say.
And we're not qualified to analyze it.
It's just a little bit weird when you're like, hey, the only foreign and the only like black character in the entire thing, it's a really good basketball player who's real tall from Africa, and haha, he has bad Japanese. It just you know.
It's not exactly the inclusiveness we're hoping for, is it?
Yeah. Anyway, so they end up winning. Kagami blocks Dad, who is the black dude, and then they win the second game, and then they win the third game, and then they win the fourth game. And then we get some exposition about the only 3 teams that matter. And it's like, all right, get ready, and you have two games versus 2 of the best teams in a row in the semifinals and finals, which seems like a dumb way of handling it, but sure. And that's episode 7. I've just summarized an entire episode real quick.
Oh, wow, that was real quick. I don't even think that took like 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, especially considering there were technically 4 games in that episode 7. But
that seems a bit weird for pacing, Rem.
If only any of it mattered, dude. So they're going into a game, the semifinals, where they're against a team that kicked their ass the year before, right? And they got a new bald guy who's really good at defense. And at first they're like, oh man, their strategies, they're so strange. What are they doing differently? And then the coach is like, you see, they use martial arts techniques in their basketball.
So they beat the shit out of the other team?
Oh, if only, dude. That'd be great. No, just in movements and stuff.
Oh, I see.
Which, it's real weird that, like, so all the players were surprised and shocked and couldn't wrap their head around the defense of this other team, right?
Right.
And the coach or the manager or whatever, the girl, she only decides to mention it, I think, after, like, the first quarter or something, which seems like a weird time to finally mention it. Seems like you would want to mention it a lot earlier.
Like before the game, so they could prepare for it.
But also, as it turns out, as we learn in episode 10, 2 episodes from now, they studied actually very intensely and the whole team actually knew about the strategies of the martial arts team, but it's only relevant for the final quarter of the game, and also then doesn't make sense why they were so confused in the first quarter. There's layers of what the fuck is going on? It starts out like, we don't know what's going on. Well, here's what's going on at a very weird time. Actually, we all knew what was going on the whole time and just got our asses kicked for a while for no reason. I don't know.
It's like they're Sherlocking themselves.
It's really weird, Shaun. It's really weird. Like, I don't feel like I should be getting confused in a sports anime. That's not the genre to be confused by.
I mean, I get confused by sports, but that's like a personal thing. I don't think... If anything, it should be more straightforward to me as a person who watches anime a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, so episodes 8 through 10 is this this match, and Kagami, he gets angry and he makes a bunch of fouls. Eventually, they pull out Kuroko and Kagami so they can rest up for the final match. And it's a bit of a cool move to be like, hey, the main 2, the only 2 that have mattered for these 10 episodes, you know? Mm-hmm. Let's take them out for the second half. Let's show that the rest of them also have value. And there's a genuine, like, exposition dump about all of the other players who've been on the team this whole time. Mm-hmm. Where they're like, hey, here's some things they can do. Which, like, thanks, you know? Not 9 episodes in. Appreciate it.
They're really establishing their bond as a team, aren't they?
Would have liked it, you know, maybe episode 1 or 2, but episode 9, I guess that's fine. And then Kuroko goes in, anyway, at the very end. And they win. Yay. Episode 10, they start the match versus another Miracle team with Midorima, who has never missed a single shot, ever.
And he only goes for 3-pointers.
Yup, which, alright, cool. Anyway, episode 10, one game ends, the other one starts. That's episode 10.
Wow.
Episode 11, there's, Kuroko meets his match on, Midorima's team with this guy who, alright, let's see, he has a bird's eye view of the court.
Oh, so
he can see the court from all angles.
Wait. That seems a little...
If you're wondering, what the fuck do you mean? I mean, like, a bird's eye view. Take a camera, just zoom out from above.
Okay.
That's how he views the court. Now, how does he view it that way? They don't try to justify it that much. They make some passing comments about just, like, his general awareness. But for the most part, it's just like, yeah, don't worry about it. And they mention how Kuroko's misdirection doesn't work because this guy can see everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which also, that's just also not how misdirection works. Often with misdirection, you can see everything, but it's where your attention lies, right, that matters.
But since he has a bird-eye view of the court that he doesn't actually have.
Yeah, it's like you can see the whole game of basketball, but you may still miss the gorilla, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So, other than just not understanding misdirection, that's a little weird. Anyway, they play more basketball. That's episode 11.
Man, Remington, your play-by-play for this high-action, super-powered sports anime is really riveting, can I just say?
One guy has a flashback about his broken figurines. There's a flashback on the difference between dunks and 3-pointers and which one's better.
As Americans, we need to learn that.
I forgot how seriously the show takes itself.
Oh,
holy
very
shit.
Seriously.
Despite being, like, you'd think, like, oh, it should be wacky because it's basically like basketball with superpowers, right?
Right.
But it is not very wacky at all. It is hardly ever played for laughs in any regard.
Except for when Kuroko is out of
he's invisible. Ha 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 ha. Genuinely, that's 80% of the attempted humor of this show, is that one joke. Everything else, like, the superpowers, it's just taken very seriously. So often, characters will monologue in very pretentious ways that mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else is like, wow, that's pretty fucking deep, bro. And it's like, why? Why do we need a pretentious basketball anime? Why is that the direction they decided to go with it? I don't understand. Why not be like, oh, look how zany and wacky it is, instead of being like, yes, it matters so dearly and intensely. Everything's so important. Now let me give my philosophical insights about basketball, but also perhaps society. It's like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
You could honestly take that angle and just, like, turn the knob up a little higher and it'd be amazing. Because it'd be hilarious.
Like, maybe if you had some, like, Death Note self-awareness a little bit more, right?
Right.
Then maybe. But yeah, no, it's not great. Anyway, episode 12, we're getting into the second half of this game. Our team is getting wrecked, right? They're demotivated. Kagami almost blocks Midorima. And Midorima's like, hey, what's your sign? Kagami is like, Leo. and apparently, Midorima was told that beware of Leos, you'll have problems with them today.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like people have problems with Leos in general, for the most part. Zodiac joke.
I was about to make a mean comment. I'm not gonna do it. What
restraint? What restraint?
I'll reserve my meanness for the show. So in this episode, only Kagami matters until eventually his legs give out, and then Kuroko and Kagami punch each other, and then Kuroko's like, "Don't worry, I got a plan. I'm gonna pass, but better."
Hey, I mean, if you can play better, isn't that a great plan?
Yeah. Kuroko also goes on this monologue of being like, "What is victory if we're not enjoying ourselves?" And it's like, look, I understand, like, but this is a conversation to have off the court, probably, I feel. When everyone else is like, how do we win? And Kuroko was like, but are we having a good time? Like, with all due respect, the final quarter of the finals game, right, isn't the time to be questioning. Don't get me wrong. Do things you love, and you should evaluate whether things are sustainable and enjoyable, but, like, maybe not right at that moment, though.
I feel like they've missed their calling for Shakespeare soliloquies.
So, Kuroko, his strategy to get around the guy with a bird's eye view of the whole court is to do what they call the opposite of misdirection. Now.
Oh, I was waiting for this. Go on.
The opposite of misdirection, which, as they explain, they mean misdirection.
Pardon?
But, like, different than he was doing. But still just misdirection.
That seems a little misleading, Rev. Are you sure you got it right?
I'm very confident. Anyway, our team wins at the very end. Good on them. We briefly get some insight into another two of the miracles. This girl and this guy.
Oh, the girl's not a member of the generation, technically.
When they talked about the generation of miracles, her silhouette pops up, is all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, she's just the manager. It's fine.
Wouldn't she be like the manager of miracles then or some shit?
You'd think that, but they don't give it, like, they do have little bits there, but I'm sure, as you quickly realized, this show doesn't really take much time to develop its female characters.
Yeah, not at all. So, I mean, we have the manager of the main team, right?
Right.
Who's supposed to be... I genuinely forgot that they were supposed to be, like, this super smart and analytical person.
Yep.
Because we saw 1 2-second moment where they were that.
Yep.
And they were like, you have exactly 2 jumps to go. And then he jumps 3 times, because fuck you. It's just a weird moment. She doesn't do anything ever. At one point she's like, hey boys, I'll kiss you if you win, because that's the only way they know how to handle female characters, I guess.
Yeah.
She doesn't do anything. All the characters are bad. I will say, I feel like it was less painful this go round than it was last time. And I think it's largely, and granted, it could be because I am quite sick right now. It's sort of just...
So your external illness, it made the anime more bearable by comparison.
Yeah, it was just sort of like a numbness that just sort of like washed over me the whole time. I was disappointed there wasn't a dog. Yeah, yep. Kuroko no Basket, still not good.
Okay, then here's a question that I gotta ask. Compared to Haikyuu, which is better?
Oh shit. Probably Haikyuu?
Okay. See, Haikyuu fans, there is hope.
Well, I'll be honest, I can't... I say Haikyuu, not because I feel it in my heart, but only because I know others like it a lot more. I'll be honest, I can't remember shit about Haikyuu other than that it was bad.
Okay, all right.
But I think others like Haikyuu more than Kuroko no Basket, so I'm inclined to believe that maybe I did too.
Yes, that is fair, and also so goddamn unfair. Look, Haikyuu fans, I'm just saying.
Listen. If you ask me, hey, Remington, compare these two anime, if I haven't seen one of them in a really long fucking time, I will probably remember whether I thought it was good, bad, or middling, right? I'll probably remember that much. If you expect me to remember my detailed thoughts on it, oh, good fucking luck. It's gone, man. It's in the void.
Well, you compared it to the Inheritance Cycle, which was kind of a major blow to a lot of people's self-confidence. Those are the Aragon books, by the way.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, cool. All right, that's real bad then.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
It might be worse than I'm remembering with those comparisons.
Most people who talk to us about our Haikyuu episode say you are being incredibly unfair to the series, so I don't know. Whereas
the series was being incredibly unfair to me by making me endure it. So,
my Christ, Remington. It's amazing how easily you can rack up the ire of, like, the sports anime fanboys and fangirls out there. So, all in all, Kuroko no Basket is just as bad as it was a few years ago?
Yeah.
Man, that's fascinating. And now, how do you feel about re-rolling twice for this?
It hurts. It hurts.
You shouldn't have trusted my DM's luck, man. I was the one rolling the dice. It doesn't go well when I roll the dice.
It just got worse every single time.
Yeah. Welcome to me rolling dice. It doesn't go well. So then, Rem, I think I mentioned what the Mal score was in the first half of the episode because it was a bit of a weird circumstance. But do you have any guesses, or do you remember? Since
it was like 8 point something, wasn't it?
Yeah, 8.09 with 563,000 people.
It's some bullshit.
Yeah, and I will say the reviews for this series they're quite poignant of what kind of people enjoy this series. Because as digging through, there's a lot of 10s, which is interesting.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people who are like, I hate sports, but I love this anime, which is a bit of an oof, if you ask me.
Yep.
So, all in all, Rem, I think you're probably closer to the majority than you think, because most of these reviews are very much like, this is the best sports anime I've ever seen, circa 2014. And it is just a delight to read some of these reviews because of how interestingly informed they are. But without further ado, Remington, now that we've come back to it a second time, is there any chance you'd want to watch a bit more Kuroko no Basket?
No, I just want to see the dog. I don't want to see anything else.
Do I need to find a compilation of all of Tetsuya 2's appearances and just send that to you?
Yes. I demand it.
I'll do that for you, buddy. Just because you're sick, I'll do that for you. And if I don't, you can razz me on Twitter.
Perfect.
So with that, thank you all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed Remington dealing with the complexities of one of America's most popular sports, then please head on over to wherever you get your podcasts, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, and leave us a review. It means the world to us, and it helps us a ton. You have no idea how much it helps us. We appreciate and love every single one of you for doing it. But if you'd like to support us more directly, you can head on over to twitch.tv/animeoutofcontext, where me and Remington do occasionally do a bit of streaming, and now that our spooky season is over, in theory, we should be getting into a more regular streaming schedule. At least a couple streams a week are what we're shooting for. And hopefully, you'll join us for those. And if you'd like to support us even more directly than that, you can head on over to patreon.com/animeoutofcontext, where you can gain access to all kinds of lovely bonus material, including having the opportunity to have your name read aloud on the podcast. Sick Remington, who are we thanking this week? Do your best, buddy.
As always, we'd like to send our regards to all of our bland bitch protagonists, as well as our magical girls. But moving on, we reach our yandere waifus, who, with a bird's eye view, are depriving us of all of the cute animals to cause emotional suffering. And on that list, we have Alex, Xanax, Yandere Neko, Yahir, Walk Me Home Gently, VTubers Ruined My YouTube Algorithm, Veiny Jordan, Juliana, Sundere Dragon, Totally God, Sticky Jelly, Sorry Mother, Silent Secondary, Shaun, will you buy me the Ruby White Swords trial deck for Christmas? Shaun, if you were a fruit, you'd be a fine apple, but on the same note, if you were a vegetable, I'd pull the plug. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's dark.
Senpai ga uzai kohai no hanashi is everything I wished it would be. Sarah Birch, Sammy Pritchard, Salty Pretzel, Remington Part 3 to 5 are much more stable, and you will have no problem with it. Also, you could show Shaun JoJo Siwa Season 2 H. Beware of the character limit. Patreon lies. Remington Merrill, ready to be isekai'd. PSA 3, don't overcommit. It's all fun and games at the gaming convention until neglected tasks ambush you and you implode from stress. Relatable. Please hire Remington Chase, the mentalist. Heck yeah, dude.
Get some advertisements in the Patreon shout.
I'll take it. No, you didn't say Dodecafuck Crippletrod Rem, but now you have. It's canon. Oh, fuck.
Fine.
No waifu, no lifu. Navi, Mike the Mutilator. Mayoi Hachikuji is best girl. Matthew Drum says Rem's a bitch. Monk Shop 92. Lukey O. Luke Offenberger. Lucifer. Lonely Geek 23. Locked in Daddy Rem's basement. Don't send help. Leo Nottage. Kazum Morocco. Just a Traveler. Jax. Io. Giorno Giovanna. Hohen Sogno quel sogno e essere una star di una gang. Oh, God. If the Pirate of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists. Ichigo Sub 015. I Remington Chase declare my love for Mei Misaki's eye patch. I don't remember which one that is. I start every morning by swallowing my vitamin D. Hey. I Remington enjoy Moe Lolly Girls. I believe in Taiga Isekai supremacy. You thought this was another Green Day repeat, but it was me, Dio. Hunter Davies. Hey Rem, let me tongue punch your fart box. Good job, says Misaka. Glenn Michael Dolan, Ghostly Bishi, character ASMR has ruined my life. Gate Duck, Fuck of Love Foxen Boy, Fern the Dude Man, Farmer Weeb wants a Joey Wheeler. Hey Yugs, all I want for Christmas is the Toradora revisit, and all Patreon members should ask for it. Fallen Ghoul, Dylan Hayden, Data Type, Darkstorm 713, Danny Morabito, Cody, Shy 900, Christian Moss, Cheese Monkey, Cajun House, Broke Bitch, Brockhard for Geodudes, Autumn, Ariel Bird, Anime Aunt but in context, Annie Hohev at Shaun, it meant I love you Shaun, the real Big Tony spreading love. Andrew Rauke, Elise Howard, Alpha Weeb, AJ Honey, Adam McLaughlin, and a series of unpronounceable phrases, each more unpronounceable than the last. Perfect. Very
that's
fitting.
Our Patreon reads.
Moving on, we reach the Boy Wizard tier, going to Hogwarts, where, of course, we are sticking in magic. Listen, how do you get to a magical school, Shaun?
Well...
That's right, the magic school bus. The only way to get to Hogwarts canonically, the magic school bus with Miss Frizzle.
I mean, if you disregard the train and the carriages and the boats.
Have you ever heard of someone going to school in a boat? No, they get to school in a school bus. The magic school bus. It only makes sense. So everybody is going to get an episode of the magic school bus to get to Hogwarts. And...
My God.
You may say the barrel has fallen into the abyss. I ever say it was made in the abyss, so true. You're going to get that lovely episode, Cold Feet. It's all about the difference between warm and cold-blooded creatures. Warning, you've reached the bottom of the barrel. You are going to get, In the Arctic. A lovely little episode there. Probably. Who knows? Hopefully it's not the one with the salmon. You all know the one.
The one with the salmon's a bit of a weird one.
Shaun, I have to admit that I watch Boku no Pico in my free time and I love it. Oh, dear God. You're going to get Butsosaurus. That's what you're going to get. Pocket Gamer 513, you're going to get In the Rainforest. All about rainforest ecology. P.I. Mare, you're going to get the first episode, Gets Lost in Space.
Was that Pilkster, really the first episode?
It's the very first one.
Huh.
Pilkster, the Symphogear advocate, you are going to get Cracks a Yolk. It's all about eggs. A whole episode on eggs.
Well, it can't be as weird as the salmon episode.
No, Gen 5. All right, so how about an anime gremlin said her name shall be Badaru-chan. Check Discord, Lord Brock Doof. Oh, fuck. You're gonna get gains weight. Oh, no. A real fat Badoof. Just think of it that way. Ms. Rar, you are going to get in the city, chilling in the city. MT the Poet, you get, goes upstream. Oh no, that's the one. Oh no.
That's the one.
Sorry, MT, good luck. Momo the Griff, you are going to get, getting energized. Miguel De Leon, you're gonna get, under construction. Kickstart of the week 3, Dragon Baggins. Oh yeah, it's the cute dice bags. They look like dragons. Hell yeah, dude. Dragon Baggins. And for these Dragon Baggins, you're gonna get, meets Molecule. It's about molecules. Get it? Huh. Justin Kessinger, you're gonna get, Shows and Tells. It's archaeological. I Live in Ogden, yes, that one. You're going to get Ups and Downs. Hinata's Ball of Sunshine, you're gonna get Revving Up. For Christmas, please revisit Toradora up to and including the Christmas episode, the second call for that. Christmas is still a while away. You're gonna get Gets Planted. Darth Pikachu, you are gonna get Holiday Special. It's about recycling.
Wait. Okay, sure. All right.
It also has Dolly Parton playing Mirth.
What?
Hell yeah. I don't know.
Dolly Parton in Magic School Bus, and how can I give them a medal?
Beethoven 1201, you're gonna get Gets Programmed. And Aaron Hegland, you are going to Takes a Dive, which is the last episode, which feels pointed.
That is a very dark title for a final episode of a children's show.
Right? We reached the final tier, the Chefanomusco tier. And on the Chefanomusco tier, going to the White House, you guys are going to get made up sports. And I expect you guys, no, I'll give you guys sports names. There we go. I'm going to give you
sports names?
Well, like for their teams.
Oh, you could have said team names.
Listen, I'm pretty fucked up right now, all right?
I know, but I feel like, I don't know, man.
I'll tell you what, I will give you a sport name and a team name, all right? So, because there is a generator for both, genuinely. So, wow. Silicon Spectre, you get the lovely game of Sonic Pitch, and your team name is the Angry Mavericks.
That sounds like a very, interesting sci-fi, future.
Yeah, the Angry Mavericks playing Sonic Pitch, it's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Pope of the Church of Remington Chase, you're the Quiet Manatees, the Quiet Manatees, who are, last year they placed second in Blitz Derby.
Blitz Derby?
Good old Blitz Derby, baby.
It's just a derby, but very fast and very short.
Meanwhile, my dear old mom, you are going to get the Fantastic Yetis. And the Fantastic Yetis are the single best at quad boarding.
Quad boarding?
You got 4 boards, and you gotta manage all 4 of them at a time.
I'm picturing them just full-ass skateboards strapped to each individual limb.
It's a variation of, this is another game on the list, of thunder surfing. So,
Thunder surfing.
It's some good shit. It's some good shit. Anyway, if you'd like to reach out, whether it's for a comment, question, feedback, or recommendation, you can tweet us at AnimeConPod on Twitter or send an email over onto animeoutofcontext@gmail.com.
Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We all love you very much. And as always, don't fuck your sister. They
molest more pigs. We'll also we will post a photo of Shaun's veiny dick on the Patreon.
Oh God, you can't say that.
Hey, for those playing at home, drop Kirito molesting Shaun's tiny and cheaply made package. It's you.